రవి ప్రకాష్ సిలికానాంధ్ర హాస్పిటల్ కూచిపూడి సూపర్ స్పెషాలిటీ వైద్య సేవలు పూర్తిగా ఉచితం.
ఎంత మందిని రక్షించొచ్చో తెలుసా?
The N1
Nagi sir came to meet me and I was like, this is getting serious.
కర్ణుడి రథ చక్రాన్ని బుజ్జి క్యారెక్టర్ గా డిజైన్ చేశారని చెప్పడం జరిగింది, and that is one of the interesting thing.
Ashwa uncle, I can't see anything, it's raining and I can't see anything, and you sit on his shoulder. So for me it was very in the moment and
రేపటి కోసం.
There you go.
హాయ్ హలో, దిస్ ఇస్ సుధా గంటి అండ్ వెల్కమ్ టు RTV. అండ్ ఇవాళ నాతో పాటు చాలా బుజ్జి చిట్టి అమ్మాయి అయితే ఉంది. అండ్ యునో అందరూ చూసే ఉంటారు కల్కి సినిమా. కల్కి ఏ రేంజ్లో మన నాగి సార్ తీశారంటే ఎక్కడికో వెళ్ళిపోయింది. మైథాలజీ అంటే ఇంట్రెస్ట్ లేని వాళ్ళు కూడా డెఫినెట్గా వెళ్ళి అసలు అశ్వత్థామ ఎవరు, అర్జున ఎవరు, అసలు ఏం జరుగుతోంది అని చెప్పి ఒక కల్కి యూనివర్స్లోకి తీసుకెళ్ళిపోయారు. టుడే వీ హ్యావ్ Keya. Hi Keya.
Hello.
How are you? Keya is none other than Rhea. మీకు కనిపిస్తున్నారు కదా స్క్రీన్లో. సో Rhea అనే క్యారెక్టర్ అయితే ప్లే చేసింది Keya. సో Keyaని బోల్డ్ అనే విషయాలు అడిగి తెలుసుకుందాం. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Okay Keya, tell me first, నాగి వచ్చి మీకు స్క్రిప్ట్ చెప్పినప్పుడు లేదా అసలు హౌ డిడ్ ఇట్ గో, మిమ్మల్ని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుందామని ఇది ఎలా జరిగింది?
So I didn't actually know really anything about the script when I auditioned. We were just sent an audition poster by one of my mom's friends, and it said on it that Amitab is in it, Prabhas sir is in it, Deepika Padukone is in it, and I was scared to audition. I didn't really know if I should, but I sent in my very embarrassing audition video, and yeah, then they called me in for a physical audition, and looking back, it was the cave scene with Bachchan sir. I remember I auditioned a scene where I come across this man sitting in a corner and I tell him, hello, I tell him, do you not talk, do you not speak? So yeah, I did about a page of lines, and then they called me back for a costume trial. But I didn't think that it was just me. I thought it was costume trial with other people also. But when I went, it was just me, and the way that people were talking, it seemed like I did get the role. And about an hour into the costume trial, Nagi sir came to meet me, and I was like, this is getting serious. And yeah, about like a week later, I was told I got the role, so that was amazing. Yeah.
ఓకే, సో చాలా మందికి తెలియని ఒక ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ విషయం మీకు చెప్తా. కర్ణుడు క్యారెక్టర్ చేసింది మన ప్రభాస్ గారు. సో లెట్స్ టేక్ మైథాలజీ ఇన్ దిస్. సో కర్ణుడు అంట మైథాలజీ ప్రకారంగా చూసుకుంటే అతని బుజ్జి, ఎవ్రీబడి లవ్స్ బుజ్జి. సో బుజ్జి ది రోబో, బట్ యాక్చువల్లీ డబ్డ్ బై హీరోయిన్, వెల్ హీరోయిన్, మహానటి కీర్తి సురేష్ గారు. సో బుజ్జిని ఎంత బాగా అయితే చూపించారో, బుజ్జితో మీకు ఏదైనా ఇంటరాక్షన్ జరిగిందా? అసలు అది చూడగానే మీకు ఎలా అనిపించింది?
So on set, in scenes, I never actually interacted with Bujji, but I was there at Bujji's launch in Hyderabad, and that was massive. It was grand, it was amazing, because I remember everyone there was just, the hype was amazing, because all of these like Prabhas Karu fans are just there sitting waiting. And I remember when Bujji was finally brought out, Prabhas Karu was sitting inside Bujji and they burst through this wall. He was driving Bujji and there was fireworks everywhere, and it was amazing, and he was driving around and around, and yeah, so I was there for the launch, and then after that I've met Bujji twice outside of set.
Oh, okay.
So first day first show at Prasad's, I sat in Bujji and I interacted with Bujji, and then I'm in Hyderabad Public School, and Nagi brought Bujji to school actually.
Wow.
To show the students.
Okay.
And yeah, I went and sat in Bujji there also. Okay. And at this point, not everyone in school knew that I was acting in the movie. Couple of my friends knew. So at first people were like, why does she get to sit in Bujji? Why don't we get to sit in Bujji? But then they announced that, she's acting in the movie, and like everyone started clapping and cheering, and that was also amazing. And yeah, I love Bujji, honestly, one of my favorite characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know how Nagi planned Bujji? So according to some article which I have studied that Nag Ashwin garu కర్ణుడి రథ చక్రాన్ని బుజ్జి క్యారెక్టర్గా డిజైన్ చేశారని చెప్పేసి చెప్పడం జరిగింది అండ్ దాట్ ఈస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ థింగ్. సో నిజంగా చూసుకుంటే కర్ణుడు కూడా చిరంజీవే, బట్ ఆయన చిరంజీవి ఎలా అయ్యారు అంటే ఆయన కవచ కుండలాలు దాన వీర సూర కర్ణ అంటారు. సో ఆయన కవచ కుండలాల్ని ఇంద్రుడు అడిగితే వెంటనే ఇచ్చేయడం జరిగింది అనమాట. సో అందువల్ల ఆయన చనిపోవడం జరిగింది, లేదంటే ఆయన కూడా వన్ ఆఫ్ ద చిరంజీవిగానే ఉంటారని చెప్పేసి మైథాలజీ ప్రకారం చెప్పడం జరిగింది. ఐ థింక్ యూ నో అబౌట్ దిస్.
I do know a little bit about the mythology.
Yeah, got you. So tell me about Amitabh Bachchan garu, the one of my favorite shots, not only me. So being Raya sitting on Amitabh sir's Ashwadhama's shoulders, ఎలా అనిపించింది?
I mean, first of all, I wasn't even prepared for it because Nagi, it was like in the moment decision. He said, I think what would be cute is you tell him that, Ashwa uncle, I can't see anything, it's raining and I can't see anything, and you sit on his shoulder. So for me, it was very in the moment, and I love the scene. Lots of people love the scene. My friends love the scene, my family love the scene, a lot of India love the scene. And for a reason, because what a scene. That was just an amazing scene, and I felt amazing. I mean, watching the scene, I was like, wow, yeah.
What is the one thing if you can earn from Amitabh Bachchan garu, what was that?
His hard work and dedication. Like, he is one of the actors who, like, even during shots where there was 10-15 minutes of break, he wouldn't go back to his trailer. He'd sit on set and practice lines. He'd sit on set and see what everyone else was doing on set. He'd sit and practice lines with me. And I remember among all of the hustle bustle on set, everyone's running around, everyone's setting up shots. There was this one stack of, I think 4 or 5 plastic chairs and one pillow on top, and on top of that, Bachchan sir would sit among everyone on set. And he was just very dedicated to his role, to all his roles. He knew backstory to his characters. He really put everything into every scene. I mean, even between scenes where he's cracking jokes, when it gets to the scene, he'd just be in character like this, you know. And I don't know, I think I could learn a lot from that. I think that way he's very hardworking, very dedicated.
That's true. So everybody is saying if you start working with Prabhas garu, so ఆయన ఫుడ్ ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే అమృతంలాగా ఉంటుంది అని చెప్పేసి అంటూ ఉంటారు. ఆయన సెట్లోకి వచ్చారంటే ఆయన ఇంకొక హోటల్ పట్టుకొస్తారు అని చెప్పేసి అంటూ ఉంటారు. సో డిడ్ యూ ఎంజాయ్ ప్రభాస్ ఫుడ్ ఆర్ సంథింగ్?
See, I actually haven't tried Prabhas sir's food yet because I haven't got a chance to do a shot with him yet. So I haven't tried his food yet. I've only had Vajanti food, which, can I just say, has been amazing. They've been providing food every day and it was really good. But yeah, I want Nagi sir to put me in a scene with Prabhas sir so I can try his food.
So you should, Nagi sir, you should really understand this and try feeding her with nice food where ప్రభాస్ బాగా అతని చేతులతో వండినా లేకపోతే చేయించిన ఫుడ్ మన కేయాకి పెడితే షీల్ ఎంజాయ్ ఇట్ అనమాట. సో టెల్ మీ అబౌట్ దీపిక. సో దీపిక ఇస్ బాలీవుడ్ యాక్ట్రెస్. ఇప్పుడు నీకు ఇది ఎలా మొదటి సినిమావో తనకి తెలుగులో ఇది మొదటి సినిమా. సో తనతో యాక్ట్ చేయడం, తనతో సీన్స్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా లేదా ఉన్న సీన్స్ ఏమైనా చాప్ చేయడం జరిగిందా, ఎలా?
I do have scenes with DP and
wait DP?
She asked me to call her DP. Actually, yeah, one of our first interactions, I didn't know what to call her. It was during the rain scene in Shambhala, and we were interacting, and I didn't know what to call her, you know. And she was like, "Just call me DP," and I was fangirling. I was like, "There's no way," but God, she's such a nice person. She's so funny. She's like her team is more overprotective of her, and she's like just chilling, like walking about. And yeah, she's just so nice. She exudes like this warmth and this really like nice personality. And she's also just such a dedicated worker. I remember there were times where Nagi sir said, oh yeah, this scene looked really good, and she'd be like, no, I want to do it again. I don't like the scene, let's shoot it again. She really cared about her scenes, and there was one scene where he had said, I can't remember what exactly it was, but he had said, oh, act little comfortable in this scene. And she gave her opinion. She said that, no, I was just scared, I think it'll work better if I'm scared, and they did that and it did work better. So that way she's also very invested. She doesn't, you know, she's an actress who comes on sets and she gives it her all, while also just being so nice to everybody around her. She was nice to everyone. She was so nice, yeah.
Oh, that's really great. So, let's talk about behind the scenes. అంటే నాకు తెలిసి నువ్వు ఎక్కడ ఇది రివీల్ చేయలేదు, బట్ ఐ రియలీ వాంటెడ్ టు నో బిహైండ్ ది సీన్స్ కపుల్ ఆఫ్ బెస్ట్ మూమెంట్స్ ఇవాళ నువ్వు చెప్పాలి.
Best moments. Well, I had a couple of good moments with obviously the big actors too, but so many of like my best moments were with. So I worked with a couple of co-actors.
Tell me the incident, like what exactly had happened.
Yeah, so there was the one scene where in Kashi, me, Ajju and Luke are running away from raiders. This is Ayaz Pasha and Harshit, both I made such good friends with, such good actors. And we were on that set and we were shooting for about a couple of hours. And every time there was like a break, we'd like burst into like Bollywood songs and we'd like because all of us were having so much fun on set, because for us, it's not, you know, hours of oh my god, it's work, it's effort, it's fun for us. We're excited to be on set. And I remember it was during set and he was like, we should, there was a scene where we had to be running away and look scared. He said, as a blooper, we should come out and do this. And I was like, we were just having so much fun on set. So that was, yeah, one thing. And behind the scenes, I mean, one thing that I guess I haven't mentioned yet is, first of all, I loved my costume. There were so many intricate details.
Whoa, let me talk about the costume also. So is that heavy? Like it looks metallic or something. So is that really heavy?
So the costume, I mean, I'm not going to say it was light. It was definitely heavy. There was lots of layers to the costume. And there was knee pads and shin pads. And mostly the costume was very hot. But I think the heavy part was my shoes. I don't know if anyone noticed. But my shoes had all these little charms and metal objects hanging from it. So I think my shoes in total were like 1 kilo each or something.
Whoa.
And so when I'm walking, I'm like walking like this. And then there are scenes where I'm running and I'm jumping and yeah. And there were a couple of scenes that weren't in the final cut of the movie, where I'm in the temple with Bachchan sir. And I remember I had to climb up this stone pillar up to the top of the temple area. And I was having so much trouble because of my shoes, I remember. And once I was up there, I had to do this very like cheerful scene. But I remember I was so tired. I was like, wait, give me 5 minutes. Let me like recuperate.
Okay.
But yeah, that was fun. And one thing behind the scenes, I guess, is there was one shoot where I went to Nellore. We went by an 8-hour drive. We went on a road trip to Nellore for my solo shoot. And there was this recently excavated, dug up, discovered Shiva temple.
Yes.
Where beautiful set. It was a natural set. It was the actual location. And that's where we shot. And it was a scene where I'm again running from a raider and I'm supposed to trip and fall. And we were taking shots and takes. And let me remind you that this sand dune that I'm falling from is super steep. So every time I come down, I have to go back up. I had to take a 5-minute break because like I'm winded, and then I'm like, okay, let's start again. Because the fall was just not looking natural. And so the final cut that ended up looking natural was the shot where I actually fell. I was walking down and I genuinely slipped and fell. And Nagi's like, that looked perfect, that was great. And I was like
So how many shots did you do there?
There we did about 4-5 shots.
Okay, the fifth one is superb.
Yeah.
Finally. It's like, finally, I'm saved.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great, but that temple is really good too. So I didn't expect Nagi puts that temple in that shirt, and అసలు చాలా ఆశ్చర్యం వేసింది నాకైతే ఆ టెంపుల్ చూడగానే. ఓకే, కమింగ్ టు ద బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ స్కోర్స్, సో డిడ్ యూ ఎంజాయ్ ఇట్? లైక్ బికాస్ నీ సీన్ వచ్చినప్పుడు బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ స్కోర్ అనేది నాకు చాలా గూస్ బంప్స్ ఇచ్చింది. బికాస్ యూ మీట్ అశ్వత్థామ the first time, you're the only person first who sees Ashwatthama and gives the gem. Okay, so neeku ela anpichindi?
I mean, having such a pivotal important role in a movie like this, like seeing myself on screen doing that, it feels very unreal, you know. It doesn't feel like that's me. And shooting the scenes, I mean, I can only think one thing. Nagi is a genius. I mean, the script is genius. The locations are genius. The story is genius. The characters are genius. It's all just pure genius. And the fact that I'm even like, I've got the opportunity to be in a project this huge, this big, this pivotal is like amazing. It's amazing, yeah.
Okay, so which part did you like? Did you like Shambhala, Complex or Kashi?
Which part did I like shooting or which part did I like seeing in the movie?
Seeing in the movie.
I
think both.
Kashi to me was, I think, my favorite place to shoot. It was so much fun. It was super fun. Actually, no, my favorite place to shoot was in the temple. And I think that was my favorite set also because it was very, very pretty. But on movie, I think Shambhala was my favorite because, I mean, that tree is beautiful and the rain scene was gorgeous. And yeah, Shambhala, I think, was my favorite place in the movie because, I don't know, it was just so beautiful. And
so tell me about Shambhala. Do you believe that there is Shambhala existing on earth?
I mean, yeah, I've read that near Nepal, there's a place that people call Shambhala, or I think Shangril also in some places. And I mean, all of the aspects of this movie, I'm talking about Kashi, I'm talking about Shambhala, I'm talking about all of the places, localities, names in this movie have been derived from actual mythological stories. You know, there's actual research behind each of these things. Kashi is not just something that Nagi made up, you know, it's an actual place. Shambhala is an actual place on earth.
Right.
Whether it has spiritual connection or not, that's up to everyone's personal opinion. But the fact that so much has been taken from these places and put into the movie, it also gives people hope that there might be some sort of spiritual connection to these places. So I feel like also Nagi has like reinstilled hope and reinstilled like interest and curiosity in these places. And again, every single part of this movie has been researched. There's sense behind the name Bhairava, there's sense behind the name Sumati, there's sense behind the name Raya. Raya means hope. Ashwathama, of course, is an actual mythological character.
Yeah.
So all of these have been very well researched and they're there for a reason, you know. So that way I feel like, again, very smart on production teams. And
great. So, ippudante Telugu maatladam konచెం కష్టం because you're still learning Telugu, I know that. But సినిమాలో తెలుగు డైలాగ్స్ ని గ్రాస్ప్ చేయడానికి అమితాబ్ బచ్చన్ గారితో ఫేస్ టు ఫేస్ మాట్లాడడానికి లైక్ హూ హెల్ప్డ్ యు అవుట్, ఎలా నేర్చుకున్నావు?
So I mean, I have to say, like, the ADs, the assistant directors were just fabulous. They'd sit with me for hours. They take their own personal time and sit with me for hours practicing these dialogues with me. They told me how to pronounce it. They told me exactly how to say it, what tone to say it in. I mean, and I remember there was times where if I was just not getting the scene, there'd be someone off scene prompting me, being like, this is the next line, this is the next line. And they were such a help.
Now should I prompt saying my name na page?
Yeah. So they were all very helpful. I mean, again, some of my favorite people on set were them only. They were so helpful.
Oh, that's great. So, my favorite dialogue of Keya, you know, like, ఎంత మందిని రక్షించా, what's that?
ఎంత మందిని రక్షించచ్చో తెలుసా?
Telsa, the N one, she killed it. She killed it. ఎలా కాపాడచ్చో తెలుసా? See, I got that. Cheers to you. You are amazing. Very cute.
Thank
The
you.
words are very cute.
Thank
I should thank Nagi now.
Yeah. I thank Nagi.
Really great. So, coming to Deepika, so how did you enjoy her company in the film? Like, how it is?
I mean, if we're talking about film standpoint, she's obviously, I think, probably the most important one of the most important characters in the film. You know, she's carrying some sort of savior to humanity, basically. And Ashwathama's entire life goal is behind protecting Sumati and this kid. So she's a huge plotline in the movie, and she acts it. I mean, I remember the first time I shot with her was in Shambhala, but the first time I saw her on set is I had gone, you know, the complex scenes where she's pregnant inside the complex where,
Yes.
I had gone on that set actually to shoot one scene which didn't end up making the cut, but I had gone on that set and I had seen a couple of scenes that she was shooting. This is the first time I actually saw her on set, and I remember she was talking with one of her team and she was laughing and talking, and suddenly Nagi said action and she just started like tearing up and crying in the scene, and to me it was instant. Like, she got into character instantly. She was able to like get into that state of sadness or grief or whatever it was instantly, and that was like mesmerizing to me. So as someone to have on set as part of a movie, again, great actress, great portrayal of her role, and on set she's such a joyful person. She's smiling at everybody. Everyone starts smiling when she walks in because she's also beautiful, you know. She's so gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. So actually, Deepika Gare Kakunda, we have Mrinal Thakur. The first scene is Mrinal's.
Yes.
Okay. So how did you enjoy her company? Like, ela anpichindi avto. It's an emotional scene there. You have to chasing everything. Adi ela nachindi.
Again, she really pulled off the emotions so well. You really felt for her. But on set, she was just this cracking jokes, funny, joyful. Like, you'd never imagine that the scene she was about to play was going to be so grief-stricken, you know. Like, I remember she was talking about some other film or something that she'd done.
Hi,
And
Nana,
she
I
was,
guess.
Maybe. And she was talking about how one of the producers had called her in and they told her that, oh yeah, some action is there. And she's like, finally I get to do an action scene. And she was dancing in one song. And she was like, bro, I just want like one kick, one punch I want to do, you know. And she actually came up to me and she was like, you really, really remind me of when I was younger. Because I had the same haircut as you. And she brought out her phone and she showed me a picture of her younger self. And she had the same haircut as me. And every time she looked at me, she was like, you remind me of me as a younger self. I really love looking at you because you really remind me of me. And she was so nice, yeah.
Very nice. And we have Vijay Devarakonda, VD. So tell me about VD. Did you meet him? Kalsava, lakapothe sets lo vachinappudu meet ayyava. Scenes aithe naaku telsi మీ ఇద్దరికి scenes లేవు. Because way far shot akkada ikkada ee shot kalikalamlo. So asalu kalsava?
So I didn't have any scenes with him, so I didn't meet him on set either. But his energy in the movie, I mean, Vijay Devarakonda as Arjuna, I think, perfect role. He killed it. I mean, the amount of like power that he just like oozes in that scene is like, the whole theater gets goosebumps. I got goosebumps. I think probably one of my favorite roles that anyone has given him, because as Arjuna, he was just wow. He was amazing. And I met him briefly at Nagi's birthday party. And there also he was so nice. We took a picture and all, and he didn't have time. He wasn't there for too long, but very, very nice man.
Very nice. So tell me about the stone where mana Ashwadhama Ata Kunjaraha, we say it, okay? So Amitabh Bachchan garu, a stone yokka makeup chuste, I think it's almost oka 4 gantalu pattindi annaru. Ayana makeover and aa stone nee chethlo undi. Nu kaapadukuntu vachavu. Ela anpichindi, and what is that stone made of? Ela tayaru chesaru cinema kosam?
So a lot of people obviously have assumed that like because the stone is emitting light, there's actual light coming, it's CGI. But again, kudos to the art team. They actually made a stone that was glowing.
Oh my god.
The actual stone that they had on set, I don't know, they must have put an LED in it or something, but it was glowing with light. It looked like a magical gem. I don't know how they made it. I am stunned. I wish I knew how to make it, but great job on the art team. I mean, generally throughout the whole movie, all the weapons, the sets, the costumes, perfect.
Okay, so costume designer evaru? So did you meet him?
Her.
Oh.
Archana Rao, very, very dear friend now. Amazing woman. She was the first woman I met when I went for my first costume trial. And she's just bursting with ideas all the time.
Okay.
You know, and at first, she was like, you know, I've never done like a dystopian, apocalyptic world type of thing. And she was like, so Nagi is someone who's like a very perfectionist. So she was like, I can't wait for a shoot to start, because if I don't, changes will keep coming. He'll keep looking at the costume and being like, okay, change this, change that.
Right.
And I remember she was telling me the first time I met her at the costume trial that her and her team were like brainstorming, like what should we do, and someone said, oh, we should tie a PVC pipe as a belt.
Oh my
Like,
god. Okay.
they were trying to come up with ideas where the material looked old and distressed without looking recognizable, you know. And so that way, like, just the fact that all of them like put their brains together and came up with all the costumes in the film, because I think one like big standout in the film are the amazing costumes, and that's like all thanks to her. And I have to say one word about my specific costume designer, the one who came and dressed me every day. Her name is Sahiti.
Oh.
She's one of my favorite people on set. I have to mention that.
So cute.
Because every day she came and like, again, very dear friends now. And I remember she used to tell me that I think like you're the most hardworking person on set because you have so many layers of costume. There's people who have one layer of costume who are like complaining, and I used to tell them that, you know, there's this girl Raya, every day she comes and every day she puts on the costume, learn from her. And she's just such a nice person to be working
Very
with.
sweet, very sweet. So now let us talk about this person. ఇందాక నుంచి వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నాను ప్రభాస్ గురించి మాట్లాడదామని. So Prabhas honestly nailed it. The very first shot, he sleeps really nice and he gets up and he fights so well and he's in love with that complex city. So tell me about Prabhas, what you learned from Prabhas and behind the scenes Prabhas తో ఎంత ఆడుకున్నావు, అసలు ఎలాంటి things జరిగాయి?
Well, I don't have much to tell you because I didn't have a shot with Prabhas. I never met him on set. I've heard he's an amazing guy to work with. I've heard he has amazing work ethic, but unfortunately I haven't shot with him or worked with him yet.
Okay. Can we expect in part 2?
We'll see.
Oh. Okay, she's not gonna reveal about part 2 maybe.
Yeah. But he did come. So the first shoot of the entire movie, the pilot shoot, the first shoot, was my and Bachchan sir's scene, the temple scene, and that was the first shoot of the full movie. And Prabhas Garu had come to do the first clap.
Whoa. Okay.
And he's just, you can tell he's a very respectful man because the first thing he did is he went and touched Bachchan sir's feet. And Bachchan sir said, don't do it, I'll also do it to you if you do it. And he's a very shy guy, obviously. Even with people he's known for what, 10-20 years, he'll say hi, hello, and that's it.
Okay.
But very respectful, very nice.
I heard that you have type 1 diabetes. So
I
how
do.
did you manage shooting with that? Because it's not an easy job.
No, honestly speaking, shoot was one thing that I found easy during it because the team was so like observant to what I needed. They gave me what I needed, what I wanted. They made sure there was a fridge in my trailer so that I can put my insulin.
Wow.
Food wise, they were excellent. They always asked me if I needed something. They made sure to stop shots in case I need to check my sugar. They were just very considerate of what I needed. And so that way, honestly, they never caused a problem for me. It was never a challenge. The diabetes never made it a challenge because they always made it super comfortable for me.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So when can we expect part 2? So I heard that 60% of 60% of shooting is done.
I heard that too. Yeah, I heard that too.
అంటే అది మేము నిజంగానే నమ్మచ్చా లేదా ఇంకా షూటింగ్ బ్యాలెన్స్ ఉందా, ఇంకా చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉందా? సో బికాస్ Nagi is planning to release it in 26 if I'm not wrong. So
well, I don't really know much about that. But even if I did, I don't think we'd be able to tell because Nagi is a very unpredictable person.
That's
he
true.
might decide to remove scenes, add scenes. So that way, I think no matter what you hear, something could always change.
did he do those things with you, like నీ సీన్స్ ఏమైనా యాడ్ చేయడం లేకపోతే తీసేయడం
Of course.
జరిగిందా?
I mean, I don't think you can call a scene done by Nagi if there's not some sort of modification to it, which is one of my favorite things about him because he works in the moment too, you know, like I told you, one of probably the most famous scenes from the movie was the scene where I'm sitting on Bachchan sir's shoulders, and that wasn't planned. He did that on the spot, and that way I think, yeah, he did a lot of that with my scenes too, but I'm not complaining because I mean, look how the movie turned out. It was such a blockbuster hit, so he does what he does and he does it well. So
Okay. So one more thing. So one word about all of these actors, okay? Amitabh Bachchan garu.
dedicated,
We have our own Prabhas garu.
respectful,
Vijay Devarkonda.
powerful,
Deepika Padukone.
gorgeous,
Oh my god. Mrinal Thakur.
funny,
Vijay Devarkonda is already done. So we have, I think, Rajendra Prasad garu.
Rajendra Prasad,
Because
also
how did
hilarious.
I forget him? He's really cool. So the first shot ఏదైతే ఉందో స్టార్ట్ చేసిందే మన రాజేంద్ర ప్రసాద్ తో గారు, నాగి గారు. So రాజేంద్ర ప్రసాద్ గారు and other 2 people with you and also మృణాల్ ఠాకూర్ షాట్ అయితే జరిగింది. And శోభనా గారు. So శోభనా గారు, we love her in Dalapati film. So Dalapatilo, she's amazing. From there, I started loving her. And her eyes and moves are beautiful, if you could see her films. So Rajendra Prasad garu enta baga mimmalni chuskunnaru, like ఆయనతో scene చేయడం ఎలా అనిపించింది?
So yeah, one of the first shots of the movie is me in the truck with Rajendra Prasad garu, and you can see that serious energy that he shows in his shots. And he's also just a hilarious guy. He's always cracking jokes on set, and he was always so there was an entire sequence actually that I shot with him that was removed, that they had to redo. And so I am happy because I got to meet him multiple times on set, and just a very fun guy to hang out with. Yeah,
That's really great. And what do you call that in film? Repati kosam.
Repati kosam. There you go.
That's the wonderful thing. I don't know how Nagi got that thought. That's the line.
There's a famous slogan in all films, and he nailed it with this one.
Yeah, I loved it. So last but not the least, let's play a rapid fire with Keya. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Great. Let's get into this.
Wait, I have to get ready.
Get set, go. What's your favorite scene in the movie Kalki you have acted in?
What's my favorite scene?
Yeah.
The scene where I'm sitting on Bachchan sir's shoulders.
Great. Who is your favorite actor in Kalki? It's a toughest.
Bachchan sir. I have to say
Playing very well, huh?
I have to.
Good. So, what's the best part about being a child artist?
People treat me very well.
Being a child is, what say Telugulo antaru kada, oka adrushtam. Great. So, who's the funniest person on the set?
Rajendra Prasad garu.
Great. What's your favorite subject in the school?
Art.
Art. That's why you're into art and culture.
Yes, sir.
Great. Do you have any favorite movie snack or something like that?
Popcorn.
Ah, okay.
And Frankie's, yes.
This is interesting.
Yes.
What's your dream role, Keya? అంటే నేను పెద్దయ్యాక ఖచ్చితంగా ఈ రోల్ చేయాలి.
I'd love to have a powerful female role, some sort of powerful female role, I think. Yeah.
Okay, Wonder Woman.
Yeah, like I would love to play Wonder Woman. Some sort of parallel to that, yeah.
Okay, Wonder Woman 2.
Done. I'm contacting them pretty soon.
Okay. What's your favorite hobby outside acting?
Art, I mean, maybe
Draw something?
cliche. Yeah, I have an art account, and I actually want to become an artist later in future. Yeah, so
Wow, you should share something on Instagram, I think.
I do have an art account actually.
You should share everybody that. Okay. So, what is the hardest scene you ever filmed in Kalki?
The scene where I had to fall down the stairs
Oh,
because I'd never done action before, and they had me on a harness and they were like, okay, fall. And I was like, what? And yeah, I fell down, and I actually fell down the stairs, and it was hard because I had to do 2-3 takes. But
okay.
yeah,
Do you have any pets?
I have 6 cats.
Why cats?
I love cats.
Oh,
Cats are adorable, they're fluffy, they're affectionate. There's nothing to hate, there's what's not to love. So love.
Great, great. So, what's your favorite animated movie? Do you watch anime?
Yeah. Animated movie. Wow. Now for some reason I'm not able to remember anything.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
So, who is your best friend on set?
Ayaz Pasha.
Great. So, what's your favorite place you have traveled for filming?
Nellore. That set was just wow.
Great, great. What's your favorite line from any of your movies or from Kalki?
Favorite line? Repati kosam. I mean, it has to be. Has to be.
You should
Repati
act
kosam.
it now.
There you go. Repati kosam.
Okay. What's your favorite book? Do you read books? If so.
Oh yeah, the Harry Potter and the Percy Jackson series. Actually, no, those are my favorite series. My favorite book of all time is The Da Vinci Code. Read it; it's amazing.
Oh,
really good.
sure, sure. What's the first thing you do when you get home after a day after filming?
Eat.
So you're a foodie.
Huge foodie. I'm an insane foodie.
Look like that.
You wanna win me over? Give me food.
Okay, let's party after this interview then.
Done.
Okay, so what do you like to eat generally?
What do I like to eat?
I know you have to be a little conscious while you ordering something or cooking something.
I mean, I love your classic fast food, but my favorite cuisine is Mallu cuisine. I mean, I grew up on Mallu cuisine.
Tell
My
me
grandmom's food.
one Mallu cuisine food which you love it.
Nattoli fry, which is fried fish. It's like tiny, tiny fish. And my grandmom just like, she nails that, and I could eat a bowl full of that. It's so good.
Great, great. So last but not the least, Keya, one word about Kalki and the most memorable moment in Kalki.
The word blockbuster and most memorable memory in Kalki, from Kalki, the
Yes,
shooting.
yes.
Wow, this is difficult.
Maybe I think the
I would
last
say,
day.
I mean, the last day was memorable, but for me, I'd have to say that first shoot with Bachchan sir, because it was my first shoot in any movie and it was with Bachchan sir, and for me this was just a huge milestone, you know, and so for that I'd say my first ever shoot was just amazing.
That's really great, Keya. And thank you so much for being with me here. How
Thank
is it being with me here today?
I had a lot of fun. I had so much fun. And I'm taking you up on the food offer. You have to take me out to eat now.
Definitely, I owe you.
There you go.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming here. And మీరు చూస్తున్నారు RTV. This is Sudha Ganti signing off.
మరిన్ని వీడియోస్ కోసం ఛానల్ ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి, లేటెస్ట్ అప్డేట్స్ కోసం వాట్సాప్ ఛానల్ ని ఫాలో చేయండి అండ్ లింక్ డిస్క్రిప్షన్ లో ఉంది.